for is finally here. The H1B 2027 lottery results have started to roll out. If you've been on edge, believe me, you are not alone. So, we're going to break down exactly what's going on and what you absolutely need to know right now. So, you've been hitting refresh on your email 1,000 times, you're scrolling through forums, you're probably just asking, what now? Well, that's what we're here for. We're going to cover the timeline for notifications, the massive changes to the lottery this year, and of course, the critical next steps if you get selected. All right, first things first, let's talk about the waiting game, because if you've heard absolutely nothing so far, it's really important to understand how this whole process works before you start to panic. Okay, deep breath. I want you to hear this loud and clear. Just because you see people celebrating online and your inbox is a ghost town, that does not automatically mean it's bad news. Seriously. The way the system is set up, there's a natural delay for a lot of people. And here's why you have to be patient. USCIS doesn't just flip a switch and send all the results out at once. Think of it more like a slow trickle. The first selections started showing up around March 27th, but that process continues all the way through the 31st. So really, the first round isn't even done until April 1st. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of why you might be in the dark. First, as we just said, results come in batches. Second, and this is a big one, USCIS does not send out automatic email alerts. Nope, no notification, no ding in your inbox. And third, you, the applicant, you can't check the status yourself. Only your employer or their attorney can see it, and they have to physically log into the portal to check. Okay, let's shift gears, because we need to talk about the single biggest change to the H1B process in years. This is not business as usual. It's a whole new ballgame, and it has major implications if you're selected. So, what is this huge change? Well, for the first time ever, we have a weighted, wage-based lottery. In plain English, that means it's not purely random anymore. Your chances are now directly influenced by the wage level that your employer submitted for your job way back during the registration. And if you are one of the lucky ones, your selection notice is going to look different this year. It's going to have 3 new, incredibly important fields on it: the wage level, the SOC code for your job, and the work area. And here's the kicker. These aren't just informational details. They are now set in stone. They literally lock in the terms of your future petition. And you really need to let this sink in. This is a direct quote, a warning straight from USCIS. Any petition filed with a wage level below what's on that selection notice is facing an automatic denial or even revocation. Wow, there is zero wiggle room here. Everything has to match perfectly, or it could be game over. All right, let's imagine the best case scenario. You get that amazing news. Selected. You celebrate. You're on top of the world. But then you realize a giant clock just started ticking down. Let's talk about what has to happen next, and fast. 90 days. That's it. That is the window you and your employer have to prepare and submit the entire comprehensive H1B petition. And trust me, 90 days sounds like a long time, but with all the paperwork and complexity involved, it is going to fly by. So mark your calendars. The starting gun fires on April 1st, and the finish line, the hard deadline, is June 30th. And when they say it closes, they mean it. There are no extensions. Okay, let's clear this up right now, because a ton of people ask this. Can I take my selection to another company? And the answer is a huge, absolute no. A selection is not transferable. It's tied specifically to the employer who filed for you. Think of it like a concert ticket with their name printed on it. Only they can get you through the door. So you see, getting selected is just hurdle number 1. Now comes the second, and you could argue much harder part, filing a petition that is absolutely bulletproof. Let's dive into the details that can make or break your entire case. And man, this petition is a beast. We're talking about filing a perfectly accurate labor condition application, or LCA. We're talking about documenting everything to prove you meet wage requirements, navigating new fees, and the absolute most important thing this year, making sure every single detail is perfectly consistent with the data from that original registration. And that's really the big takeaway here, isn't it? Getting selected in the lottery is one thing. It's part chance, part strategy with this new wage system. But everything that comes after, that has zero to do with luck. The real work is in the filing. So the question you have to ask now is, once you're past the game of chance, is your petition prepared to withstand the intense scrutiny it is absolutely going to face?